You're live, all right. Check it out, see what's out there.
Look at your last one. We've done these D slides for the day. So now this is going to be based off of when the guy goes to chop us. I call it the 180 into our tripod here. So he'll be on top. When he goes to chop, he's going to chop. I want to replace my hands on that side. So he goes to chop. I'm replacing my hands. I'm going to get right up into my tripod. And D slide forward. D slide forward. Get that cut away. So again, he's on top. Chop. I'm turning sideways. I'm getting right into this tripod. Get my hips away. Get my hips away. Turning the cut. Does that make sense? Anybody need to see that again? So partner, now you're just going to chop. You're just chopping on that side. We're 180, replacing our hands so that we can get our hips clear to get into that tripod, to get to that knee slide. Make sense? All right, 1, 2. Hands right away. So, hey, he goes to chop me once. I'm here, right out the door again. I know that he's coming to chop me. That's okay. I'm just replacing my hands so I can get my hips to be coming forward. And I'm going to just try to cut up to get that little D slide in. That makes sense? So it's okay if I know that he's chopping me. That's why I call it 180 because I'm pushing my entire body. I'm going with it. I'm taking it. I'm absorbing this force, and I'm getting right behind wrestling positions. All right, play that. 1, 2.
Hey, you gotta stay in the same spot. It's gotta show Adam.
We're gonna move to our feet here. We're start working on some stuff on our feet here. So the first thing we're gonna do here is called the Scarecrow Drill. And this is just for us to be able to get our hips and our body in the right position when we go to take our shots. So our partner is just going to stand here. His arms are going to be wide, and he's just going to stand there and be feet just a little farther apart so I can get an attack here. My hands are going to be behind my back, and I have to be able to get my hips and my head and my body position in the right spot. So we're going to take a high crotch, and then we're going to take a sweep single. So my hands are behind my back. I don't have to go fast. I'm just worried about stepping my foot. So if I'm on my high crotch, I'm a lefty. So everything I do is going to be reverse of probably most of you guys. But so you guys will do the same thing but opposite way. But I'm just going to take my step through his feet. I'm trying to step, not necessarily all the way through, but I'm trying to step so that as I put my knee down, my shoulder goes through his hips here. I'm going to penetrate. My trail leg is going to come up right away. And then as I turn to go, my head is looking into his ribs. And I'm going to move in. And the same thing here on my sweep single. When I go to hit my sweep single, my foot is going to step right to the outside of his foot. My shoulder wants to jab his thigh. Right? I want to still be in contact. And then I'm going to sweep for my head and get him to move. My hands are back. I'm stepping. Turning here. Coming up. Moving. So I'm getting my hips and my head in the right position. On step, penetrate, coming up, moving in. It's very important when you guys are doing like a high crotch or a double leg. High crotch and double are very similar, right? For me to look up here, and down here, I want to look up and through him because I'm trying to move him. Essentially, I'm going to try to come through, right, eventually, and take a single, take it down. Right. So all I'm doing right now for this drill, you're going to do 2 high crotches, 2 sweeps, and the other person's going to go. I'm just here, through, moving in. I'm right there, sweep single. Same thing here. Taking my sweep, shoulders in, coming up through, moving in. Make sense? All right, 1, 2. Go slow. Keep your hips under you.
Oh, just do high crotch then?
Hey, look here real quick.
Hebron Haymaker Academy is what I have.
Hey, so a lot of you guys right now,
I just had
you
it.
guys are taking these
Yeah, that's-
shots, and there's two things happening.
what do you
One,
got
is
I didn't have
as you
it.
guys
I
are
just-
kind of
he
far
made it
away,
wrestling.
we're like this,
Okay.
and now we're trying to take the shots way out here. And it's really hard to be in the proper position. So be closer. It's okay, you can be close, right? We're gonna be close when we're wrestling, we're gonna be
I have an
tied
open thought.
when we're wrestling. So I gotta be close. I'm here, and I'm supposed to, this guy's supposed to move back a little bit, right? I take the shot, he's gonna move a little bit, that's okay. Now he's gonna move away this way, and that's the way I'm gonna drive, right? So that's one thing. The only other thing too that I'm seeing is a lot of you guys are taking shots, and you're like this, and your head's down. And you're trying to drive with your head down, right? It's gonna be really easy if we're actually wrestling for him to stuff my head and push my head down, right? I wanna be head up on both shots. Sweep single, same thing. I'm taking the sweep. My head is up. My head is up in a good position. If I'm looking down, real easy for him to sprawl and put my head underneath. I don't want that, right? Keep your head up. Keep your head up on those shots. A couple more here. 1, 2. Good. Down. Same thing. Partner's going to stand in the scarecrow position. Now I'm going to use T-Rex arms. So I'm not extending. I'm not reaching. My arms are just going to be tight. Elbows tucked here to my side. T-Rex arms. And I'm doing the same thing here, except now I'm going to grab weight. So I'm coming in, taking this high crotch, moving it to the side. Moving it to the side. I'm not getting extended. My arms are just staying where they're at here. And I just get used to getting your arms underneath his leg and in a good position. One thing too on this high crotch, where you guys are going to go run this down. I'm here, and I start to look away. My hips stay underneath this whole time. I'm in a really powerful position right here. I have all my power right underneath. It's easy for me to drive. Some of you guys are kind of getting out here, and you're trying to run like this. You're going to get so you change that person. That makes sense? Yeah. We're going to go T-Rex arms now. Grab that leg, don't reach. T-Rex arms, short. Grab that leg as it's there. Partners, we're going to work on replacing head and hands. So when we're talking about hand fighting, we're talking about trying to get position, right? We want to be able to have almost 90% probably setup come from being inside, right? Having our head in the right position and having our hands in the right position. So we're just going to work on replacing hands and replacing heads. So Abe's going to start inside with head position on me. His head's going to be here. He's going to be turning me. I'm going to be replacing my hands inside. I'm going to turn his ear now, and I'm going to be in side position. I'm here, and I'm going to move it. Now he's going to go inside. He's going to turn my ear, and he's going to move me. I'm coming inside, turning his ear. Now I'm going to move it. So one thing is I don't have to, when he's inside and he's got my turn, I don't have to try to get both hands inside at the same time. For me, I always try to go right hand inside first because that's my control hand. My left hand is my shooting hand. So I want that control hand on the inside first. So as he's inside on me, I'm always thinking, I'm trying to get here and turn his head. And now that I'm in position, now I'm trying to get this other one inside so I can pull him and get myself loaded up to go. So we're just going to replace head, replace hands, hold on to that position for a second, then the other person's going to go. And then we'll get into those shots off of that stuff. Anybody have a question about that? Good? All right, 1, 2. Yeah. Whoa, you're not hand fighting, you're just learning how to get that position. Learn how to get that position. Hey, come on, look at here real quick. A lot of you guys aren't using your head. When I'm using my head, I'm using it to try to turn Abe. It's going to help me create angles when I'm actually going to shoot, right? If he has head position, even if I'm inside and he's got good head position, it's hard for me to take my shots, right? His head's in the way. So I have to be able to use my head to turn his head here. And now my head's in the right spot where I can shoot. It's hard for him to down block that way, right? When you're thinking about wrestling, our head is our first line of defense. On a down block, on shot defense, our head is our first line of defense. So I have to clear his head right away, right? So if he's got head position on me, even if I'm inside, I can't shoot right here, right? I have to be able to look into his ear. You see how I turned his head completely? Now I'm in a good position. I can move him and I can attack because I have head position here. So when he's inside, I'm replacing inside hand. And I'm getting his head to turn all the way. My forehead is in his ear. And I'm going to pressure into him. I want to make him uncomfortable in this position. It's okay to put your head in your partner's face. It's wrestling. We're going to move him. Now he's going to do it right back to me. He's going to turn. He's going to pressure back into me. I shouldn't feel comfortable. Now I'm going inside. And I'm getting his head to turn. Get his head to turn. That makes sense. A lot of you guys are doing the hands good, but you got to be able to use your head to clear his head. That's how our shots are going to get open. Make sense? All right, 1, 2. Get your head in there.
What's up?
Look at here now. So now, okay, using that head's a really important thing. We're going to use it now to get to just our high crotch here. So we're going to do the same drill where Abe is going to start on the inside of me. He's going to have head position. I'm going to work myself in. I'm going to turn his head. And now with my inside or my control hand, I'm going to pull him here, get his leg to step, and now I'm just taking that high crotch right to here. So I'm getting my head position. He's starting inside. He's got head position. I'm working in. He's my head position, pulling, get right to my tap. Off of that. Does that make sense? You do the same thing with the sweep single as well. So he's here. I get my head position inside. I make him step. Now I'm clearing. Moving my sweep single right there. If you're more of a sweep person, you can work that sweep. So you can work the high crouch. You can do both as well. Any questions on that? Yep, you can finish. Any other questions?
Can you show it one more time?
Yeah, one more time. So he's inside, he's got head position. I'm going inside, I'm getting him to turn his head. If I'm doing high crouch, I'm pulling him this way. So I get that leg forward that I want to shoot on. Make my high crouch, get my finish. If I want to go sweep, he's on inside, I'm getting myself inside. I'm turning him, and now I'm going to pull him the other way so that leg's forward. And then I'm going to take my sweep single. Good?
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2. Hey, remember Scarecrow